Assalamualaikum and very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our show. I would like to thank you to the audience in front of me. Thank you so much for attending the forum today. My name is Muhammad Izzat Mirosdin and I'm going to be your host for this forum. Our topic today is say no to smoking. Nowadays, many people around us have a health problem when they smoke. Besides that, there are so many ways to prevent and how to protect ourselves from this bad habit. Firstly, may I introduce to you all our guest panelists for today. We got a very special guest today, Ministry of Health, Datuk Fatin Sharafina. Welcome to our show, Datuk. How are you feeling today?
I'm fine, thank you.
And our second guest, Mr. Rafiq, as a consultant of University Malaysia, Kelantan.
Hi, thank you for inviting me to your show.
Rafiq, thank you for coming to our show. And lastly, Ms. Suda, as a counselor from University Malaysia, Kelantan. How are you doing, Ms. Suda?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. So, smoking cigarette can have many adverse effects on the body. Some of these can lead to life-threatening complications. In fact, smoking cigarette can increase the risk of dying from all causes, not just those linked to tobacco use. So, as our Minister of Ministry of Health, what is the bad effect of smoking to people of Malaysia?
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. I'm Dr. Fatin Sharafina. So, as we know that smoking doesn't give any good effect and actually it can give a bad effect to our health. So first, I will explain the content in the cigarettes. So there are approximately 599 ingredients in cigarettes. When a cigarette is burning, they create more than 7,000 chemicals. At least 69 of these chemicals are known to cause cancer and many are extremely poisonous. The cigarette ingredients include nicotine, tar and carbon monoxide. There are also another chemicals in cigarette. So here are a few of the chemicals such as acetone, acetic acid, ammonia and benzene. So actually all of these chemicals can be found in consumer products such as it is used in rat poison, in lighter fluid and batteries. So all of these ingredients and chemicals are very poisonous and can damage our health and body. So, what actually happens to body when we inhale the cigarette? Inhaling smoke causes damage to many of the body's organs and system. It also can cause us to easily get any type of disease, such as it can lead us to have lung damage, heart disease, fertility problems, risk of pregnancy complication, risk to diabetes, weaken our immune system, vision problems, unhealthy skin and hair, and can risk to the cancer. But the most common disease because of smoking is cancer, which is lung cancer. So how smoke causes lung cancer is by damaging the cell that line the lungs. When you inhale cigarette smoke, which is full of cancer-causing substances, it changes in the lung tissue begin almost immediately. At first, your body may be able to repair this damage, but with each repeated exposure, normal cells that line your lungs are increasingly damaged. Over time, the damage causes cells to act abnormally and eventually cancer may develop. So people who smoke have the greatest risk of lung cancer, but lung cancer can also occur in people who never smoke. The risk of lung cancer increases with the length of time and number of cigarettes you have smoked. If you quit smoking, even smoking for many years, you can reduce your chance of developing lung cancer. And according to statistics, worldwide over 1 million people die due to lung cancer each year. It is estimated that cigarette smoking explains almost 90% of lung cancer risk in men and 70 to 80% in women. Next, smoking also can affect the heart and blood vessel and remains one of the most preventable causes of heart disease. When you smoke, the arteries tighten, which makes your heart work harder. Smoking also can trigger an irregular heart rate and raise blood pressure, which are leading cause of stroke. Then, smoking during pregnancy also affects the baby's health before, during, and after the baby is born. Why? Because the nicotine, carbon monoxide, and numerous other poisons you inhale from a cigarette are carried through your bloodstream and go directly to your baby. Smoking while pregnant also can increase the chance of miscarriage and risk your baby is born prematurely.
And what about the second-hand smoke effect to pregnant?
So actually, the smoke that burns off the end of cigarette actually contains more harmful substances than the smoke inhaled by the smoker. If you are regularly exposed to second-hand smoker while pregnant, you will have an increased chance of having miscarriage, having a premature baby, a baby with birth defects, and other complications of pregnancy. So here is some of the most common disease and bad effect because of smoking cigarettes. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fatin Sharafina, for your explanation about the questions. Next, I would like to ask our consultant, Mr. Rafiq. Since you are consultant at University of Kelantan, what are the major things that make smoking bad for our health?
Thank you. Firstly, I'm the consultant in UMK. So, mostly, I was consulted my student, man and woman, both men and woman. So, as the result of the consultant, mostly they were influenced by their friends, and they were started smoking as young as when they're teenagers, and then sometimes they will smoke because of stress, and sometimes they seek advice from their friend, and then their friends make a bad decision and a bad advice. So statistically, in smokers in Malaysia, approximately 1 out of 2 Malaysian men are smoke. And then, according to 2 studies on teens conducted in 1996 and 1999, the numbers of female teens smoking rose from 4.8% to 8%. And then, lastly, study shows about 3 out of 10 of adolescent boys that aged 12 to 18 were smoke. And then, the studies shows that lung cancer is rising at the rate of 17% a year. On the other hand, mostly smoking was a waste of money. 1 cigarette costs around 8 ringgit to 10 ringgit per box. So, as the conclusion, smoking is waste of money. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rafiq, for sharing. That is very good information from you. Last but not least, I want to ask our final guest, Ms. Huda, as a counsellor also from University of Kelantan. You said that smoking not only causes a physical bad effect, but also an emotional cause. Can you explain why?
Okay, thank you for the question. This is because tobacco smoking is well known to be a major risk factor for various cancer, lung, and cardiovascular problems, but it's also linked to other health problems. US statistics reveals that smoking causes more deaths each year than HIV, illegal use drug, misuses of alcohol, motor vehicle, and injuries. However, while there can be few today who are unaware of the toll smoking takes on the body, the effect of long-term tobacco smoking on other areas such as learning and memory memory are less well known. It's thought that a long-term build-up of this toxic chemical can damage the brain, leading to deficit in learning and memory. Long-term smoking has been linked with reduction in working memory and prospective memory that used for everyday tasks such as taking on medication on time and keeping on appointment, which helps us plan tasks, pay attention to current activities and ignore distractions. This true underpin our everyday ability to remember and learn. Without independent living would be much more difficult. Recent studies of smoking-related health problems and memory deficits has included the effect of second-hand or passive smoking, where non-smokers inhale tobacco from smokers. Research here has found the same rates of health-related problems linked to passive smoking as found in smokers, including cognitive and memory problems. Those could affect a passive smoker in a number of spheres of life, not just health but educational and occupational, given the universal requirements and use for everyday memory. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Huda, with wonderful explanation about the question. And now we're going to take a quick break. See you after this.
If you smoke around children, they smoke too. Every year, thousands of children have to go to hospital because of breathing other people's cigarette smoke.
Welcome back to our show. I'm still here with the panelists, Dr. Fatin Sharafina, our Minister of Health, Mr. Rafiq as a consultant from University of Kelantan, and our Ms. Huda, a counselor also from University of Kelantan. So, Dr. Sharafina, is there any information that you want to share with the audience about cigarettes?
So here is some additional information about cigarettes. So why smoker additive to the cigarettes? Because it contains nicotine. Nicotine is a chemical that contains nitrogen, which is made by several types of plants, including the tobacco plants. Nicotine in cigarette is one of the most difficult substances to quit once addicted. Even if you want to quit smoking, you may find it difficult because you are addicted to the effects of the nicotine. So when inhaling the cigarettes, nicotine rapidly enters the bloodstream, cross the blood-brain barrier, and reach the brain within 8 to 20 seconds. Within approximately 2 hours after entering the body, half of the nicotine has gone. So as a conclusion, because of the nicotine, it was really hard for the people who smoke to quit smoking because nicotine is highly addictive. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharafina, for the information you gave. Okay, next I want to ask Mr. Rafiq. What are the initiatives that government do to overcome this problem?
Okay, alright, thank you. So, the initiative that our government do to overcome this problem is recently they were in early this year, started 1 January 2019, smoke will be banned at any food stalls and restaurant recently. As we all know, if they need to smoke, they need to smoke within 3 meters from the restaurant or food stalls. This included at hospital, public lift, toilet, and including the airport and shopping complex. So, Anyone that caught breaking the law will face, for the individual, a fine up to 10,000 ringgit or jail terms not exceeding 2 years. And then for the owner of the restaurant or the eatery is a fine up to 5,000 ringgit or jail terms not exceeding 6 months, and a fine up to 3,000 ringgit or jail terms not exceeding 6 months. So for the fine, that's good for the individual and for the owner, because this promoted for the consumer, for the people to realize that smoke in public is not safe for the others. Alright, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rafiq, for the information. I hope it's become useful for the audience. And lastly, Ms. Huda, our counsellor, can you give us some motivation and support to all smokers that want to stop smoking?
Okay. Here's some motivation and support to all smokers that want to stop smoking. Firstly, you must prepare before you go. Smoking is an addiction. The brain is hooked on nicotine. Without it, you will go through withdrawal. Line up support in advance. Ask your doctor about all methods that will help, such as quit smoking classes or apps, counseling, medication, and hypnosis. Secondly, learn about prescription pills. Medication can curb craving and may also make smoking less satisfying. Lastly, you must lean on your loved ones. Tell your friends and family and other people you are close to that you are trying to quit from smoking. They can help to encourage you to quit from smoking. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you for the nice and warming motivation support from Ms. Huda. So, as your host for today, I agree that smoking gives us all the bad habits and a bad lifestyle. Perhaps our social life can be happier without these bad habits. So it's better if we quit smoking and to prevent these bad habits to our future generation. I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for all the audience and panelists for their hard works and contributions. And thank you for the tips you given and about the issue. Alright. So my name is Mohammed Zamirudin.